Hello everybody, this is your main man Keith here from Keith Plays PS4 927. Happy Wednesday evening to all my awesome viewers on this awesome channel. We're heading into Game 4 of our Phoenix Suns series, so road to the NBA Finals. So we got one more win, and then we advance on to the Western Conference Finals. And I might do the first episode either tomorrow or Friday of the Phoenix Suns, so keep that in mind. So, if we win against the Dallas Mavericks, we do get to advance on to the Western Conference semifinals. So, our projected opponent for the finals will probably be the Brooklyn Nets for our Phoenix Suns. So, without further ado, we'll see you at tip-off. Alright, so the home court advantage, the Dallas Mavericks have a B- chance of probably winning this game. So the Phoenix Suns are going to wear those retro 92 to 2000 uniforms. Chris Paul makes the steal there. He gets it in the paint for 2 points. So this was the Charles Barkley era uniforms, which they need to bring back for those throwbacks. So that's going to be something that I'd like to see within the next few seasons. Now, Luka Doncic has possession of the basketball. So he's going to pass it to Porzingis. So he gets blocked. The Mavericks do have possession of the basketball. And I never knew Chris Paul was such a great blocker. I mean, DeAndre Ayton is the main man to block the basketball, so he can block quite a bit in this game. So they're going to pass this off to Tim Hardaway Jr. And Hardaway Jr., it will not be another block, but it's now going to be 2-2. I'm going to pass this off to Mikal Bridges and then to Devin Booker. So Booker knocks it down from behind the arc. That's for 3. So it's now 5-2. And now Luka Doncic, he does that little spin move and he loses the basketball. Devin Booker picks it up for the Phoenix Suns and he gets it in. He boxes out Luka Doncic. So that's something defensive that he did well on. So there's going to be a foul. It's going to be a reach-in. So this means the Dallas Mavericks will still have possession of the basketball. Porzingis, not sure where he's going to pass it to, but he passes it to Doncic anyway. And there's another foul. It's a legal screening. So that is going to be Phoenix basketball. And DeAndre Ayton's going to pass it to Chris Paul. And he's going to pass this off to Mikal Bridges. So if Bridges scores, which he should be able to, and he does not. And the good thing is we still have possession of the basketball. So Jay Crowder, I'm going to pass this from Chris Paul to Mikal Bridges. Knocked down a 3 from behind New York. The Villanova product actually gets this one in. So it's now 10-2. Porzingis passes this to Luka Doncic. So Doncic, he's dribbling the ball. He's passing it to Porzingis. So Kiebler has possession of the basketball. We don't know where he's going to pass it to. He's going to pass it to Luka Doncic. And Doncic, he's going to pass this to Hardaway Jr. Knocks down a 3 from behind the arc. So that's going to be a 10-5 lead here for Phoenix. So they're leading by 5 points. Jake Crowder passes it to Devin Booker, and he gets that in for 2 points. So it's now a 12-5 lead. Phoenix leading this by 7. So Phoenix, they're on a good roll. So 12-5 with only 1 minute and 51 seconds to go in the first. They're going to pass this to Josh Richardson, the former Sixer. And Kebler gets that one in. So it's now 12-7. So Chris Paul has possession. Going to pass this off to Booker. So if Booker scores, which he will dunk on this one, Chris Paul will pick up an assist for the Phoenix Suns. I mean, Booker and Paul, they have been a good duo over this last season. They made the finals, which was what I liked. I mean, Devin Booker isn't all that bad of a player. He's the face of the franchise for the Phoenix Suns, and it's somewhat odd to see Chris Paul in the finals. I mean, he's been in the league since 2005. He's never really made an NBA Finals, but at least he gives some credit. So, to Michael Payne, he's going to pass it to Craig and then to Comiskey. Pass it to Booker. So, Booker's going to knock down a 3 there. He's going to pull it up like Kobe Bryant who was his basketball idol growing up. He played, and the strange numbers were Booker was born in 96. Kobe Bryant was drafted out of high school from Lower Merion in 1996 because he didn't go to college. He was a high school draftee. And Devin Booker was born on October 30th of that year. So he started on November the 3rd of 96. He was just a little baby, Devin Booker. But then 2015 came around. He was drafted 13th overall. Bryant was drafted first 13th overall in 96. But Devin Booker went to college. Kobe Bryant didn't because he was high school draftee. And the odd thing about it is he was the only only NBA draftee to go straight out from a public school. Many of them were private, like Kevin Garnett, LeBron James, and Dwight Howard. I'll explain more in the second quarter. Alright, so it's now 25-14 in the second quarter here in Dallas, Texas at the American Airlines Center. So Booker is placed for Chris Paul. And about Devin Booker, they played, when it was his first season, it was Kobe Bryant's last because he had knee injury. So the Lakers were terrible. They went 17 for 65. So they did terrible. So Devin Booker was going to be the new rising star of this basketball league. So he didn't, like, he has the talents like Kobe. He looked up to him. So that's something interesting there. Now Jalen Brunson passes this to Wally Cauley-Stein and then to Dwight Powell. Then he passes it to Trey Burke. Knocks a three down, so it's now 29-19. So Chris Paul has possession of the basketball, and I'm going to pass this off to Torrey Craig. So Torrey Craig, he goes up there. There's a foul. Tim Hardaway Jr. has a foul. So Torrey Craig, he gets to shoot it from the free throw line. He actually does make it in. So it's now 32-19 here at the American Airlines Center. Jalen Brunson passes this to Luka Doncic. Doncic knocks down a three. Brunson actually does pick up an assist there. So now Chris Paul goes up and he gets that in for 2 points. So we're going to take a 1 minute break. So he has 8 points heating up in this one. 4 for 4. So next Phoenix possession, we're going to take our break. And it's a nice block. And I'm going to pass this off to Chris Paul. So Chris Paul will get his 10th point of the game. And we're going to take a break. Alright, the Phoenix Suns did in fact take a timeout to think about their game plan of who they're going to put on the court. So Devin Booker actually scores 2 points. I mean, Kristaps Porzingis, there's a foul for him. So this means Devin Booker gets to go to the free throw line for 1 more point. And he gets that in. So it's now 43-30 here at the American Airlines Center in the DFW area city of Dallas. And I think they're the only professional team in the DFW area that plays in the city of Dallas because the Dallas Cowboys actually play in the city of Arlington. So do the Texas Rangers, which I think they opened up their new stadium about maybe a year, maybe 2 seasons ago, if I knew. So DeAndre Ayton dunks that in. So it's now 47-32. Clock's winding down pretty fast here in Dallas, Texas, the Lone Star State. So Luka Doncic has possession of the basketball. So he's going to pass it to Josh Richardson. And then the Cavalier dunks that in. Josh Richardson picks up the assist there. So Chris Paul, he's going to pass this off to Mikal Bridges, who went to Villanova. And that's going to be a foul. Doncic had that reach in. So this means he gets to go to the free throw line. And Bridges will actually score for the Suns. So it's now 49-34. 36 seconds remain in this first half here in Dallas. So Luka Doncic passes it to Kebler. And then Doncic, he's trying to dribble his way out. He's trying to find it to Kebler. Knocks down a three for Dallas. So Dallas is catching up. They don't want to lose another game. They want a game 5. Phoenix says no because they want to advance on to the next round. So Dallas really hasn't been trying to win all these games. I mean, in our other franchises, like the T-Wolves road to this NBA Finals, they swept the Utah Jazz in the first round. Doncic looks to the crowd and he knocks down a 3, so it's now 51-40. I'm going to pass this to Bridges, and this ends the first half. We'll see you guys in the second. Alright, beginning of the second half here at the American Airlines Center in Dallas. So, DeAndre Ayton shoots this in from mid-range. He gets that in for 2, so it's now 53-40. 6 points, 3 for 3, so he's only scored 2 pointers in this one. So 6 divided by 3 does equal to 2. Doncic passes it to Porzingis, and he gets that one in. So it's now 53-42. Javon Carter, he is thinking about passing this off to Devin Booker. And Booker's going to drill a 3 from behind the arc. So he gets that in for 3 points. So it's now 56-42 with only 3:18 to go in the third. Doncic passing it to Kiebler. Knocks down that 3. So it's now 56-45. Javon Carter passes this to DeAndre Ayton. He gets that one in the paint. So it's now 58-45. And their bench is outscoring ours by 15 points. So we like to use starters for Phoenix, but we'll use some of our bench players unless we absolutely have to. And now it looks like the Mavericks are thinking about passing the ball off to Luka Doncic. So Doncic, they lose possession of the basketball. He does pick it back up. So Josh Richardson, and there's only 3 seconds, 2, 1, buzzer beater, and he drills the 3 before the 24-second violation there actually made it in. So I'm going to pass this to Bridges. So Mikal Bridges, he's going to get that one in for 2 points. So it's now 60-48, and now Luka Doncic has possession of the basketball. He loses it, and he picks it back up. So this basically means he has possession, and he loses the basketball. I'm going to pass this off to Devin Booker, and Devin Booker gets that in. So it's now 62-48. Devin Booker is the leading scorer for this Phoenix Suns team right now. 30 points, 13 for 13. So he will probably be the player of the game. And the Suns do, in fact, take another timeout. We're going to take a 1-minute break. All right, within the last 3 minutes and 6 seconds, we've been on a 15-6 run. So this means that Phoenix is likely going to win, but this is only the third quarter. So within the next few minutes, the Mavs will score at least a couple points, but they're not going to score 18 points within 35 seconds because that would not be possible, and they would tie it up. So Cameron Payne passes it to Chris Paul. So Chris Paul gets that in, and it's now going to be 75-55. So Luka Doncic has possession of the basketball. So that's going to be a foul there. So it's a reach-in. So the Mavericks do have possession of the basketball. So we're going to use some hands and play some D. So they're going to pass this to Trey Burke, and then Luka Doncic. He's going to get in the paint there and dunk for 2. 14.2 seconds left in this one. So Devin Booker, I'm going to pass it to him, and we lose the basketball. Doncic passes it to Burke. 5.5 seconds left. So Phoenix, they're not going to give up. So Booker's going to drill a 3 from behind the arc, and we'll see you guys in the fourth. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's now 78-60. So the Mavs have possession of the basketball. Trey Burke's going to pass it to Willie Cauley-Stein. Dunks that in for 2. So it's now 78-62. And the Mavericks are trailing by 16. So Phoenix, they got Devin Booker. He's going to step back and pull a 3 from behind the arc. So he drills this one. It's now 81-62. Suns leading this by 19. So Trey Burke loses a basketball, picks it back up, and he almost gets blocked there, but he was lucky that he recovered it just in time. So DeAndre Ayton has dribbled the basketball, and he gets that one in. Gets it in for two, so it's now 83-62. Phoenix leading by 21. 10 points for DeAndre Ayton, 4 from mid-range, so that's not too bad. That really isn't. So, I mean, he's at least in third place for scoring for the Phoenix Suns right now. So DeAndre Ayton goes up and he gets it in, but Trey Burke actually has the foul against him. So DeAndre Ayton gets to go to the free throw line. So this means he gets that in. So it's now 86-62, 24 points for ahead of the Mavericks for Phoenix. So Josh Richardson passes this to Jalen Brunson. Brunson picks up the assist there. So Dallas ain't messing around. So Devin Booker has possession of the basketball. He's going to get that in from mid-range. And we're going to take a 1-minute break. 38 points for Devin Booker. He's the leading scorer with 20 points in the paint. So we're going to take a break. Alright, Devin Booker is your player of the game for the Phoenix Suns. We only got like 50-some seconds to go. And the Mavericks have possession of the basketball. I'll explain the numbers here in just in about 1 minute or so. But now we got the rest of this game going on. And Devin Booker actually gets that one in. So we've scored our 100th point already. And Phoenix only has 1 turnover. So Dallas has 16. We used their turnovers for points, which is good. So J.J. Redick, one of the famous three-point shooters, he played along with Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, and DeAndre Jordan. So he intercepts that one. So J.J. Redick gets the layup there. He fires that one in. So it's now 104-78. We don't want to lose by a whole lot of points. Dallas is trailing by 26. They're not going to get 28 points now within 27.9 seconds. So that is not possible. And J.J. Redick has possession of the basketball. J.J. Redick. 18.6 seconds left. I'm going to pass this to Devin Booker. And we'll see you at stats. The Suns win it. They get to advance on to the next round, so they shut out the Dallas Mavericks 4-0. So they send the Mavericks home. The Mavericks will not advance to the next round. Alright, Devin Booker, 42 points, 3 steals on the day, and 5 dunks. So Chris Paul had 29 points, 10 assists on the day. Nearly a triple-double if he had a couple rebounds in there. 2 assists, 2 steals, 1 block on the day. Mikal Bridges had a dunk with 17 points, 2 steals. He had 4 steals. DeAndre Ayton, 13 points and 1 dunk. So that wraps it up, everybody. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you guys next episode.